Hey guys, my name is Kelly and I live in East Tennessee, right down the road from Miss Edie. I have been with Young Living just over 2 years and I'm currently an executive, but I'm working really hard to make silver this month so that I can go to convention as a silver, but we shall see. I don't have a million signups every month and I don't have a whole bunch of people under me, but my goal is to get the people that I have buying and using their oils, and so that's where I put all my focus. So my topic is confidence, and the oil we're going to use today for confidence is Valor. I love Valor. We call Valor our brave oil in our house, and we just like to rub it on our back of our neck and our collarbone when we have to be brave, whether it's going to the dentist or doing a video for a whole bunch of people. So Valor is the one. I know Valor is not available right now, but Valor 2 is, so go ahead and use Valor 2, but the moment this is back in stock, snatch it up because it's amazing. So I like to use this in the back of my neck, on my collarbone. I know in the app it says that it's a great oil to overcome fear and to help us to stand tall. So go get this oil. The other thing is I really like the scripture Joshua 1:9, where it's be strong and courageous, be not afraid, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And so that's a really great verse for our topic of confidence. It's one that really, these two things together really help me step out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to be doing chapter 13 in the game plan book, which is confidence. So confidence is an interesting one because it's one that everyone struggles with. Very few people are confident all the time. There's some aspect of our life that we're not confident. And maybe you're confident in standing in front of people, but standing in front of people with a topic that maybe you're not as confident, that there's always that chance that you're not confident in something. And so I know for me, in Young Living, I signed up with Edie. And she taught all the classes here in town, and she taught my classes, and I went to her house and learned, and she's amazing. But the longer I was in it, the more I realized that I can't teach any classes. Why would they come? I would have a class and they'd be like, well, is Edie going to be there? Is Dr. Edie teaching this class? Because I'm not a doctor. I can't teach like Edie teaches. I can't come from that perspective, and I can't intelligently talk like her. I can't explain the chemistry of how oils work and sound intelligent. Like, I just don't remember the details. To me, they work. Just believe me and let's move on. But there are people that like to hear all that, and I just couldn't do it. And so my confidence in being able to teach my own classes and have people come was like this big, like no confidence, because I couldn't share that way. And so when they asked me to speak on confidence, I thought, are you kidding me? This is a terrible topic for me to speak on. I've only taught one class in my whole 2 years. And that's what they wanted me. But I started looking at my team. And I have 124 people underneath me, 26 of which I personally enrolled. And then the rest are downlines from them. And so I looked at those 26 people, and I realized that only 6 of them signed up at a class that Edie taught for me. All the rest of them signed up because of a one-on-one conversation, me offering them an oil that I thought could help with something that they were going through, and then they joined because of the results they saw with that. So for me, it wasn't about how many classes can I teach, how many people can I get in. It was that personal connection that people had to me that made them sign up. So 20 people in my downline signed up because of who I was, not because I could teach a class about the chemistry of how oils work into your blood-brain barrier business, because I couldn't do that. So I looked at that and thought, well, I wonder why these people signed up. And I realized that in my circle of friends, I'm the healthy person. I'm the one that never has drank soda. I'm the one that would rather a salad over anything else. I'm the one that doesn't eat hydrogenated oils or high fructose corn syrup. I don't feed that to my kids. My kids are the ones that don't drink soda. They always ask for water. And so I'm that person that they think of when they think of, oh, I need to get more healthy. Oh, Kelly does that. And so other than my very unhealthy obsession with Pal Sweet Tea, I just eat well. And I also I guess I'll say medically, but I do a lot of alternative medicine, I guess I should say. If my kids were growing up, if they had ear issues, I used garlic oil for a week to see if I could clear it up myself, which most of the time I did. If they had really bad coughs, I never gave them cough syrup. I put onions by their bed when they went to bed, and they were able to sleep, and I slept, and it worked. So I always tried other things. I had my kids with midwives. I didn't have all the, an epidural and all that. And I'm not knocking those things. That's just who I was. I remember reading information when I was like 14 about pork. I've never eaten pork since that day, ever. Once I read it, I just was like, yeah, I'm never eating that again. And I just never have. That's just who I was. And so people know me by that. So if they have something or they're struggling with something, they'll be like, hey, do you have a recommendation and how I could help this? And I usually had some crazy thing they could do. So that's always a good thing. But because of that, that's like my niche. That's where I can get people. If people are hearing those stories, then they're more apt to come to me and ask because they've known that I've treated my kids a certain way. So as an example, I started looking at the people on my list and why they signed up. And so I remember I did a testimony about my youngest. He never slept through the night ever. From the day he was born till he was 4.5, he was up 3 or 4 times every night. I mean, I didn't know what a good night's sleep was. He just never slept. And we signed up for oils and that, and we did a little research. And so we tried cedar wood on the bottom of his feet, and he slept all night. I was like, holy crap, what did we do? We need to do this more. And since then, he is now 6. We sleep through the night. Now, we do cedar wood every night on his feet. We put it in his diffuser, but he sleeps. People that have known Jet for this many years know that he never slept. People that, did stuff with us or that we would camp with them, they're like, that child never sleeps. So for them, when they hear, you got him sleeping, how did you do that? We need to try this. So I have 2 people in my group that signed up because I gave them cedar wood for a non-sleeping kid, and they joined because of that. That's all. It was my testimony, my niche, something that was good for me, and me talking about it made them sign up and do that. I have my husband has bad asthma issues. We have gotten a lot of relief from the oils to where he doesn't have his inhaler anymore. And so we've told that story, and now other people, I have at least one person that signed up just because of that story. And now they're getting relief and support with their allergy issues. So I have learned that my confidence might not be in getting in front of a group of people and talking to them about the chemistry of oils, but my confidence comes in my stories and what has helped my family resonates with others. And so then they've sought me out to see what I'm doing that has changed that. So very, very few of us can come from a doctor's perspective. Honestly, in Edie's whole downline, I'm really not sure that there are any more doctors. I know there are some nurses, but so she's the only one that can come from that perspective. So you have to find the niche where you're going to be able to flourish. So if your niche, if you can confidently talk about ridding toxins in your house, then that's your niche. That's what your platform is going to be, and you need to do all of your oil business based on removing toxins. If your passion is helping women's hormones, then that's your platform, and that's what you run with. If your passion is whatever it is, you have to find what works for you, and then that is why you do your business and how you can do it confidently, because you are so sure of it working that you can do it. Another thing, which I didn't bring in here with me, but another thing that really will boost confidence is having materials at your disposal to use to help answer questions. Because obviously, if someone calls me or texts me and says, hey, do you have oils that will help support my thyroid? I'm having issues. I have no idea what's going to help your thyroid. I don't have that problem, so I don't know. But I have an app. I have books. I have things at my disposal that I can flip open, find some information, find things that would help support them, and I can send it their way. I'm real careful not to answer back like, oh, if you do this and this and this will help. I will actually screenshot what the app says. I will take a picture of the page in the book and send it their way. Not only does that give them the answers they're looking for, but it also shows them that there's material out there that they can look it up for themselves. I remember Sarah saying, teach them to fish, don't provide the fish. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to be treating you. I can't do that, but I have materials available, and by doing that, people are like, oh, I know she can help me with this. She can help me pursue. She can show me where I can find this information. People in my team, almost all of them have this app, the Abundant Health app. Why? Because it's so helpful. That's the best way to confidently tell people how to help themselves. So get materials, have books. I have kids. People ask me lots of kids questions. I've ordered the Oil Kid books. I don't love them. I'd like to write my own kid book, but I have them, and people are more apt to believe you if you're showing it right out of a book, not just, oh, I think you could use this. No, use the books. Have the confidence that you don't have all the answers, but you can find it for them. You could show it to them and go from there. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So, I think that's really all I need to say about this. So find your niche, find your platform, figure out where you can confidently talk, even if it's just one testimony, and then use that as what you launch. That's where you go from. People want to hear your stories. They want to hear your testimonies of how things work. They don't want to hear, well, I heard that this could do this or this. No. They want to hear your stories. So find your stories and use that and go out and build your business confident that you are helping people. And go get valor. See you later.